Hey folks, hope you're well. I'm back doing videos again as promised, and I feel like the universe has been doing everything it can to try and prevent me from getting back astride, doing whatever. Even tonight, I've sat down to set everything up. The washing machine was going in the background, and I thought, it's only got 8 minutes left. I'll just set up, say goodnight to the kids, it'll be done, come back down, 1 minute left. I thought, I'll stand here and watch it. I can pull the thing so it doesn't beep or anything. Stood there for 5 minutes and the damn thing still says 1 minute left. I even counted to make sure I wasn't exaggerating. I got to like 3 minutes and I thought, this is never ending. So it's now paused on 1 minute, which I guess it will do for another hour once I press play knowing the damn thing. It might even mean 1 hour, but it can't do because it went from 8 hours to 1. So I'm certain it's a minute, damn it. But yeah, it's gone from me feeling very chilled out, ready to record, to a little bit flustered and frustrated because Claire's putting the kids to bed. I still had to record in that gap, and then I'd be ready to say goodnight to Ollie without him coming down and interrupting. So if it gets all choppy, you know he's come in because he wants his goodnight hug and all of that stuff. Anyway, it has been a really busy year so far. We're on, the 6th now, and yeah, our year was pretty mad to start off with. We had our New Year's Eve, countdown to Emily's birthday every year. We watched The Lion King, the new version with Beyonce and so forth in it, which was all right. The voices seem really off. For someone like me who really loved The Lion King growing up, seeing all the different characters in it with the different voices was bizarre. The story was good. I liked the changes they made, but I didn't like Yazoo, the bird, and I didn't really like Scar, to be honest. They were better in the previous versions. But anyway, that was good fun. Got to the end of the film, held Ben up, because he came down midway through. We didn't spend New Year's Eve with him. We sent him to bed at normal time, but I guess he just couldn't sleep. He could feel the buzz in the air. He came down and watched the second half of Lion King with us, and because he wasn't there for the beginning, at the end of the film, I held him up at the same time as Rafiki held up Simba. But what made me laugh about that more than me doing it was that I didn't notice Claire and the kids watch me. They knew I was going to do it. I'm taking these off because the light is shining off them and it's annoying me. Back to no glasses me. They're watching me and I didn't notice. Ben was on my lap, and just as it got to it's starting to sing, it's starting to get, Rafiki walks forward, and I just stood up and lifted Ben into the sky, and the Claire and the kids were just like, we knew you were going to do that, we've been waiting for you to do that. The moment, I hadn't even thought it through, I just did it instinctively, because that's what you do if you've got a baby in your hand and you're watching The Lion King. It's just, it's just what you're supposed to do. But they look quite funny because they're both dangling there with their legs, Ben and Simba, identically. We being held by monkeys, and yeah, it was good fun. So we watched that brought us right up late. Ben went straight to bed. It was like 11:30, and we watched the countdown. The BBC seemingly messed up the countdown. I don't know if anyone noticed that. I didn't check the news afterwards, but it seemed to go from 20 to 5 all of a sudden or something. I can't remember now exactly, but we did the whole happy birthday Emily, and then after they went to bed, I went to bed thinking, yeah, another year over, everything's fine. Woke up the next morning and Claire wasn't next to me. I just thought, she's probably got Ben up, it's all good. And then I heard Ben crying and I thought, oh, he's in his room, where's Claire? And Claire came up in agony and said, I've been downstairs all night, my neck just is ruined, I can't sleep, I can't move, I'm in so much pain, what should I do? She started to tell me it was shooting down her arm, and I was like, it's probably muscle pain, but let's ring for a doctor. So we rang 111, and as you'll know from when I was ill and they thought I was having a stroke when it turned out to be a migraine, they're a little bit gung-ho, a little bit trigger happy in the old 111. So they immediately thought Claire was having a heart attack. We insisted it's muscle pain, and we insisted that we know it's definitely that because she'd pulled it when we were at my mum's. It's all of this, that and the other. It'd been building up over the week, but they were like, we insist you go to hospital now. Being slightly naughty and looking back a little bit, considering my mum had a heart attack in December, I should have probably not did this. But what we did was we woke Emily up, we took her downstairs, we opened all of her presents, we gave her a happy birthday hug, we did all the normal happy birthday stuff, and then we said, we're just nipping out for a little bit, Nanny's coming over, see you in a bit. And she's like, where you going? And I said, well, Mummy's neck's sore, so we're just taking her to a doctor to try and get it fixed or helped. So then we went off to A&E feeling really bad that we basically abandoned Emily on the morning of her birthday. I say A&E, it sounds dramatic, but it wasn't. We had to go to A&E. They booked us into A&E, but they immediately checked and went, yeah, it's your neck. And then we were on the minor injuries queue. On the way there, we were kind of like, well, we know it's the neck. Like, this is embarrassing. But luckily, when we got there, they pretty much knew. They were able to just poke around and go, yep, that's the neck. And then they sent her into the minor injuries. But when we were there, it was quite bizarre because Claire was in her pyjamas, I was dressed, everyone else there was in a mixture of dressing gowns and full-on New Year's Eve party outfits. And it was just bizarre being in that environment. There's a woman there accompanied by the police. She was ranting and raving that her husband had called the police on her, and this is the second time he's done it and all of this, and we didn't really know what was going on, but she was mocking him and saying that he only had one ball and stuff like this. He wasn't there. She was just telling the police officer, and the police officer was just going, no comment, I'm not going to comment on that. So that's quite surreal and entertaining. And then yeah, we were there for, the doctor basically just poked around her neck, lifted her arms up, moved her around a bit, it hurt. He said, yeah, all right, off you go, you can go home. And we were just like, we've waited in here for what, 2 hours? And all they said was, yeah, you've got a sore neck. So they said, go get some painkillers, some special ones from the pharmacy. We were like, it's New Year's Day, there is no pharmacy. So then I had to drive around trying to find one. I found a Boots that was open, bought some, it was codeine basically, but like a stronger dose of it. And they gave her that, it did nothing. So that was all a waste of time. Poor old Claire was in agony all week. She just couldn't get comfortable. I was really worried about her because she was just knackered and a lot of pain, could never sleep, wasn't able to do anything. I was running around the house doing all like the housework, the cleaning, carrying the kids about. I was knackered. So that was basically it. We come back for Emily's birthday, had some cake, watched I can't remember what film we watched. We watched a film, Harry Potter, I think, actually. She's been on a binge of them again. And then that was basically her birthday done. And I felt really like, but she was delighted nonetheless. She feels like she had a good day because one of the presents she opened in the morning was the surprise one we've been talking about, which was her and her friend are going to see Little Mix at the Peterborough Stadium in June. So she opened it and she was like, oh wow, and then she noticed it said Emily plus one friend. So Claire, Emily and her friend are all going to see them at the stadium in concert. I don't think we know who's supporting them yet, but I'm assuming it'll be some kind of mid-level pop act. I've never been to a pop concert before. I assume they still have supporting acts, but yeah, she's quite excited about that. She was excited to tell her friend that she wanted her to come. The friend's mum was really like, wow, that's so kind of you. But I just thought it'd be good. I was kind of buying them for me. When I originally went to buy them, I was buying them for me, Claire and Emily. And then I thought, I don't want to go to this. And I messaged Claire and said, before I buy these tickets, would you mind if Emily's friend went instead of me? And she was like, that's a great idea. So there we are. They're all going together. I think her friend's seen them before, but they'll have fun. It'll be great. They're going to the same school in September as well and stuff like that. So I thought it's a good way for them to secure their friendship further. And, you know, it's one of those things where I wasn't particularly friends with any of my secondary school friends when I was their age. I knew one of them. I knew two of them, but I didn't know them that well. It wasn't until about year 8 that we become proper friends. And it's quite nice thinking if I'd have known them earlier and done stuff like this with them, it'd be quite cool memories looking back at when we were very, very young. It's a bit random. They might not be friends in a year's time for all I know. It's just a random thought for me. I like that kind of thing of just thinking about whatever. Anyway, so yeah, her birthday was a bit weird after that. She seemed to take it in her stride. She sort of said, I was going to watch Harry Potter anyway. And I was like, okay, so she enjoyed it. It's weird how mature she's been this past few weeks, despite only just turning 11. But I'm impressed. She got some cool drawing stuff. I just happen to have them in front of me. Some fancy pencils and some fancy black drawing pencils. And she, if I can reach it, she did some homework which she had to do about Antarctica and drew these amazing penguin and seal, which I was well impressed with because I couldn't draw that if I tried. And it's not like, you know, life, it is pretty, like, to be fair, that's awesome. I was going to try and play it down, but I'm not going to play it down. It's fantastic. I'm well proud of her. I come out yesterday and just saw her new kit on the side and she just doodled them out. And I said to her, did you like find a how to draw guide? And she said, no, I just got a picture of them up and drew the picture. And I'm like, wow, I used to be able to draw when I was her age, but not like that. That's like my dad's level of talent, and he's an amazing drawer, so I'm quite excited that she's inherited that. I'm annoyed it skipped a generation, but I'm excited that it's gone to her. I said to Claire, how do we nurture that? How do I get her to draw more without suffocating it by being too excited? But yeah, I'm excited that she's got a skill I can't do. I just can't draw. I can't. It's terrible. I can copy a guide. I can trace. I can like really closely follow, draw this line, then draw this line, then draw this line, and it'll work. But I can't just go, whoa, there's a penguin, there's a tiger, there's a lion. It just doesn't. It's my brain can't do it. I can't even imagine what to draw when I try it and then follow it in my mind. So I just can't. It's not a thing. So yeah, after the birthday, what did we really do? I think I pretty much was knackered, so spent most of my time when I wasn't doing housework and stuff, playing Pokemon alongside Ollie. He kept showing off that he was further than me, and then when I had a look, I helped him save his account one day, and I realised, yes, he was like a gym ahead of me, but he'd caught like 30 Pokemon, whereas I had about 150. He'd leveled up like the same 4 that he was using and caught a few on the way. Bless him. He's like an Ash Ketchum style trainer, but he had very small teams, and he just seemed to just hit them with whatever move happened to be there. He was enjoying himself. He was following the story, whereas I'd kind of spent ages roaming around. So I tried to insist that he go and spend some time, and he has managed to get up to like 90 Pokemon. Bless him, but. Today he was like, I've got further than you again, and I was like, you're still 60 Pokemon behind me. You are not further than me because you've happened to have visited a town quicker. But he's enjoying the competition, and every time I catch up with him to the gym, I'm like, now I'm ahead of you because I've got more Pokemon, and he's enjoying that. It's been fun. We've been meeting up for raids. Now I've got it all working. We've been doing raids together. We've been trading together. And it's just really good fun. I quite like this new world of playing games alongside him. I'm hoping that there's more games that we can both play like that coming out in the future. When he gets to like 12, 13, 14, 15, it'll be awesome to play them alongside each other a bit more, and hopefully he'll have a similar so far I feel like his tastes are pretty similar, and that's not through me forcing it, it's just he happens to be as geeky as I am, so that's quite cool. Looking forward to more of that. What else did we do? Claire did get, to be fair, I made a note to say Claire is okay now. Her pain kind of just went away. She was supposed to go to the doctors on Friday because we were worried the tablets she'd got had it all written all over them. Don't take for more than 3 days or you become addicted to them. And we were like, oh no. So we basically made sure we booked her into the doctors to say, right, she can't take these anymore. Can we get something new? And then the day that she was going to do that, she was like, doesn't hurt anymore. It feels fine. I said to her, are you sure? Like, if it hurts tomorrow, you're screwed. But Saturday it only hurt a little bit, and she's generally okay now. I think it's just hitting her that she hasn't slept in like a week, like it is me, to be fair. We both woke up today going, I don't want to go to work, I'm ruined. She's more broken than I am, but we're both pretty under the weather, like in terms of colds and sniffles and that. But yeah, bless her, she seems okay, so that was a relief. The kids seem all right now. They all had little sniffles. Emily slept till like 1 o'clock today, so again, she's hitting the teenager kind of route. This is their last day of the holidays, and she just slept in until Claire went up and went, you really need to get up or you're just going to miss your last day off. Ollie's been all right, Ben's been all right. This is the first time in ages Ben's not had a cold, so it's quite interesting that he's getting over that. I'm just hoping that by the weekend we'll all be over stuff. Emily's got her friends over for a sleepover, so we're not sleeping. That's just off the cards. I think weirdly she's got her friends over for a sleepover, then she's going to her friend's party, then her friend is giving her a lift home to go to her house for dinner, and then she's coming home that night. So we're basically seeing her in the morning and she's just off with her friends until the next night. So she really is hitting teenager stage now where it's just like we're just not going to see her, and when we do, I spoke to her and she got offended and ran upstairs, and I was like, oh well, what did I say? So yeah, that's a learning curve and a half. What else have I got? There isn't anything else really going on. I've just been playing games and doing housework. Claire keeps making these flapjacks that are absolutely amazing. So I feel like, I thought I'd made it through Christmas without being a real like fatso eating loads of stuff. I'd only had like a little bit of chocolate and I hadn't had any meat or anything like that. And then she made these flapjacks and I've eaten so many of them. Like I'm talking a lunchbox full of them. And I'm thinking I've got a weigh in on Wednesday when I go for my injection, and they're just going to say like, Mr. Sheepdog, you've put on 5 stone or something. I just feel like a house. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I said to her, she's not allowed to make them anymore because they're so addictive. I just keep finding myself opening the box, eating one, closing the box, and then like 10 minutes later opening it again, eating one, shutting it. They're just nice. And what I made the mistake of doing was she made one batch and I ate a load of them, and then I said these would be really good with raisins in, so she made them with raisins in, and I'm like, these are amazing. And then I said she should have made them with cherries, but I'm like, don't make them with cherries because I will eat them all, and that is the line, do not make any more. But I worry that she won't listen because she's enjoying just playing around in the kitchen while she's sort of feeling a bit better. And you'll just watch the videos, will just be me ballooning out throughout the year until I just fill up, the whole camera. I mean, I pretty much do already, embarrassingly. There isn't much else to talk about, I think, at the moment. It's been a weird week, been a very tiring week. As I say, there's so much stuff to do. I feel like the house just needs needs completely starting from scratch. It's a mess. I keep tidying up and then the kids wreck it again. They need to go back to school, damn it. Claire needs to go as well because she keeps mounting up, washing up for me to do. And I'm just cream crackered. But I will stop now. I will stop talking because I do need to go up and say goodnight to Oliver. So there is a complete catch up. I know it wasn't the most exciting, adventurous week, but Claire's okay. My mum's better. I think I mentioned that she was out of hospital and everything. She went for a checkup today and the doctor said that her heart sounds fine. She sounds healthy. Her blood pressure's the best it's been in years. Like, it's improved dramatically since they've removed all the blockages. She's starting sort of rehab on it in a week and a half, I think it was. Next week, Ollie's got his ADOS clinic meeting. We still haven't found out why the doctor wants to call us. I asked her why. She said she'd call me back. She hasn't called me back. And that's frustrating. We've got a call with them on the 29th. I assume that's to tell us the outcome of the ADHD tests. But so people who've had them, let me know in the comments. Did they invite you in to talk you through the results? Did they send you a letter with the results? Or did they just ring you up and go, yeah, it's ADHD, yeah, there you go, right, and then not give you anything? I mean, I'm a bit confused. We're trying to second guess it and say, well, if we've got a phone call, she's probably just going to go, nope, sorry, and then we'll do the ADOS. But it just seems really odd if she goes, yep, told you, and then invites us for the ADOS as well, which we've got to do either way because it's a separate diagnosis. But I just assumed there'd be a bigger meeting of this is what we're going to do, this is what he's got to do, blah 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 blah, so what's your experience if you've got one? Let me know how your week's been. How did your New Year's go? Let me know how your Christmas went. I don't think many of you have told me. I've probably not done a video, I can't remember, I've lost track. But it's been such a blur. I feel like I'm excited to get back on these and do them again every day, every weekday. So Monday to Thursday, because I did a podcast on Friday. That was the other thing that happened. I did the Google Zeitgeist, which is the yearly review. If you haven't heard that, go on Spotify, type in Mature Gamer. It will come up the 10th annual Google Zeitgeist of the Year episode. That's me, Kev, Anna and Pab. Kev asks us questions about the most Googled things in the UK, America and the world. I drink more gin throughout the episode and get drunker. And yeah, it's just fun. It's good. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. That's on Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker, basically anywhere that does podcasts that I've signed us up to. So yeah, check it out if you haven't already. I'm going to wrap up. As I said, it's the second time I've said that. I'm trying really hard not to do it anymore. Thank you for watching. Hope you're all well. And I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.